And I was in the L2R program last summer, and we started a study on bud bursting. And anyways, these are two of my students, and I'll let them introduce themselves. They're not in 6th grade; they are high school students, though.
I'm Allison. Oh, okay. I'm Allison.
And I'm Madison.
Yeah, and these are two of the high school students that helped with my 6th grade. Just great students that got to go with me. And anyways, can we start the PowerPoint, Julie? It's almost up. Oh, okay, it's uploading in progress. Okay. So we'll get started just telling you a little bit about, we did a study on bud bursting, and we were recognized actually and got to go and travel to India, me and 4 of my students, these 2 girls here, and then 2 more got to go with me, and we got to go to India and share our experience and our research with Indian students and some kids from Thailand as well. And so we just had a great experience. It was a great program to be a part of. Julie did an awesome job of training and getting us ready and prepared for that. And so anyways, we have got a little presentation about our trip to India. Hopefully it'll be up here in a few minutes with PowerPoint. That's okay. Yeah, it's no big deal.
Exactly.
Where's the Jeopardy music? Exactly. Okay, well, so we can tell you a little bit about our trip while it's loading. Let's see, we started out, I did the research with my 6th graders, and these 2 young ladies helped out with training my 6th graders. We did went to the weather box, of course, and the kids went down there, and so these girls went down with my 6th graders and then trained them basically how to do some research down there. And then we did bud bursting on trees. And okay, Julie, something's coming up on my screen now. Am I supposed to do something? Okay, it says upload. Okay, anyways, and so we did research, and the girls just went down there and trained our students, and then we got recognized by UT Tyler about and had the opportunity to go to India with all expenses paid. It was done through the American Embassy, and okay, I'm sorry. Good. And we got to travel, and you know, it was quite an experience because I get excited just to go to staff development and to go to, you know, across town. And so for us to get the experience to travel around the world and get to go and see, you know, the other side of the world, it was just an amazing experience. Have a passport, and so it was kind of, it was, you know, just we were on top of the world when we found out, and continuing research with them, which is great. Soil. project was soil now. And so, you know, it's neat to India, but talking to do research, hands-on stuff. And it really, it's practical application that they're getting to see that it's actually being used by real scientists. Oh no. We cannot.
We see a blue screen. And that's about it. It's a pretty blue screen. There's a bunch of words and white screen.
And now we see.
Oh, we see us. Oh, this is creepy.
We can't see those well.
I mean, you can see it as much as you can see the back.
No, but it's gonna be light out here.
We could turn the light off.
Just me.
Oh, changed participant.
Julie, I have up on the screen on our Elmo behind me, not right here, but over here on this other wall, the actual pictures of the PowerPoint. We can maybe see if that would work. And I don't know if it would work on the background, but maybe everybody could see. Let me see. See how this looks.
Well, she's moving her screen.
Okay. I don't know. Closer. Can y'all see that? Would that work? Because that is the Elmo behind me. You can see that great? Okay, that would work then. And then we could tell you, this is actually behind me, so we'll just kind of move out of the way and talk to you about okay, Madison, why don't you come over here and talk, okay, and then I'll go back there and change.
Oh, what just happened?
Hello? Oh no.
Oh, I am?
You can see me?
That's weird.
That's weird, I can't see anything at all. Hello? Julie?
So we want to sit up to the side so they don't see us.
Okay.
All right. Well, the theme of the Globe Science Festival that we visited, that was funded by the Indian Environmental Society, was don't just read about science, do science, which is really exciting because a lot of the students like reading or like doing the work instead of just reading about it out of the textbook. Here's some of the sixth graders collecting measurements with instruments that we got from the globe program. And, well, this is us taking a picture after we taught some of them how to use the instrument. We use the rain gauge, which is not on the back of it actually, but the rain gauge, and we checked the soil temperature and the air temperature around, and we showed the students how to do that. In this picture, we were Skyping with Dr. Elena Sparrow and Ms. Martha Coughlin of the University of Alaska in Fairbanks, and we were talking to them about our project, which was over bud bursting. Society that was inviting us to go to, and it was really cool. We have so uh, really got involved in it in our trip and also in the science project, and so we had a lot of fun, as you can see, taking pictures and working on the project together. We went to Galveston, the Moody Gardens, and got some information, which was a really fun trip, and we learned a whole lot about our subject. Yeah. Fun time. We had a lot of fun. We went on the ferry, visited the beach while we were there, and it was an educational trip, but also a very fun trip. This was actually part of the project that we did when we collected the bud bursting, and this is what we sent in to the Globe headquarters at UT Tyler, and that's what was our plane ticket to India. And this is our finished project, pretty much. It's basically what we took this on a giant poster board to India, and we got to compare our data with other students in India and what they were studying, and it was really cool to see how and what they were learning on the other side of the world. Yeah, this is us leaving way too early in the morning. About 5:30 in the morning here, getting ready. We had all just been out at football games. As I said, our school's really small, so everyone's involved in something. So, too early.
Yeah, still too early.
Our flight was from Tyler to Houston, Texas, and from Houston to Newark, New Jersey, and then from there straight to India. About a 23-hour flight. This is us with Dr. Donald Maynard and Mr. Ramesh of the U.S. Embassy, and they helped out a lot on our trip. This is our first picture in India. Well, we were kind of not dressed while everybody else was dressed up, and these are students from Thailand, and this is while we were there, they did a lot of cultural programs, and this was one of the girls whose name we were unable to pronounce. But she said we could call her Minnie, and she was getting ready to sing that day for her cultural program, and we were getting ready to do the dance. This is Miss Mandini McClure, and she was the lady that accompanied us from the Globe program at the headquarters at the University of University of Texas. This is us the day of our presentation where we just got done presenting and we're about to head off to the U.S. Embassy. This was really cool, and this is us at the U.S. Embassy. And it's really cool that we have to take a picture because once you get in there, you're not supposed to have anything and anything electronic. And it's something that we will always remember. One night, actually, we became friends with some of the teachers and the students, really good friends with some of the teachers and students that were attending the conference with us. And they were from Rajasthan, and so they dressed us up in celebratory dress of their country, and they did henna on our arms. And here's some of their teachers that were there. This is us visiting a school in Audra. Yes, that's where the Taj Mahal is. And and there's us at the Taj Mahal, even though you don't see it yet. It's the gates. And and there's me holding up the Taj Mahal. Yes. And Shah Jahan. We learned a whole lot of history while we were there, as much as science. Shah Jahan actually built this for his wife. Lots of times the men would have multiple wives. And he met her and married her and fell in love with her. Actually changed her name. And it ended up meaning like the center of his universe. It was the light of his life. And he had 14 children with her, and during the birth of the 14th child, she passed away, and he built this as a mausoleum for her. She's actually, both of them are buried inside of it. We were really excited to visit the Taj Mahal. We see pictures of it in our history books, in magazines, because it's one of the 7 wonders of the world, and we were so excited to visit it, and we realized pictures really don't do it justice. Oh, this is us, well, some of us squeezed into a rickshaw, and it was a lot of fun. It was kind of like their taxi cab, except there's a whole lot more of them than taxis anywhere, and it was a crazy way to transportation. It was fun. Off the plane, we rode in a car, and them driving on the left side of the road and the way they drive, I never thought we were going to make it to the hotel. I thought we had done all this work. Oh, all right. This would be a pedal rickshaw, which was more traditional. The ones we rode in were all the automatic ones. And at the this is probably one of our favorite things that we did while we were there. We visited a school in New Delhi. It was East Point, and they did a lot of stuff for us. They
Yes, we can see you.
And
there are 2 questions
what that
there.
like the boy in the corner and the 2 girls we actually still have conversations with them. So we keep in contact pretty well. This is one of the schools that actually recruited us on horseback. This is something left over by the British rule with their
The next question is about cattle. Did you see any cattle on the streets?
kind of Texas beef. This is again at East Point, which all the students and Miss Edwards and Miss Nan really enjoyed visiting the school. We enjoyed the history behind India that we learned while we were in India. One of the coolest things that we really wanted to bring back to our school, if we could, was the way that they recycled paper. They would tear it up into little pieces, turn it, and put it in this little stiff thing and put it down in the water, and then they would like bring it up, and it was just really cool that they made paper like that, and it seemed like something we could do. This is at East Point, and they were teaching us a traditional dance, which was a lot of fun. Elijah, which was the
Only
that
guy.
accompanied us, really got into the dance, and he enjoyed it a lot. And that we were there, and unfortunately we had to leave before they could
Next
start all
question. It says, were you able to fire crackers?
that they
You made firecrackers,
here in
Becca?
Raleigh, and we're really excited to get into their culture.
Yes. Did you do any firecrackers, fireworks?
And Diwali is the festival of light. So, we taught them a dance. We taught them a line dance since we're from Texas. We do line dances.
Okay. And the other one, did you
Showed us
see any
the game that they
elephants?
play, and it was called Kabadoo. And it was basically a game that's played in rural places because it doesn't require any sort of equipment at all. And it was funny because it was the tiger versus the hawks, and we're the hawks. That's our mascot. Yeah, but the hawks lost. Yeah. This was particularly my favorite because I really enjoyed that. It was really cool to play a game that we played in America with them, and we enjoyed ourselves a lot. This is kind of just a picture of interactions
Everybody see me?
that we had. This is actually, as you can see on my left hand there, I
Start
already
sharing.
had
Okay,
some
I think
henna
we got
done,
it.
which was by the left son.
Everybody there?
Schools that had just decided.
Super.
But,
Well,
we
first of all, I'm
went
happy to be
India
here tonight and to share with everybody. I want to say, though, I'm
and they
absolutely
did,
awed
more
by
than
everything that I've been hearing so far this year that everybody else is doing at their school.
Yeah,
It
this
sounds
is the
like
crazy traffic that
you've got
we
some
saw
phenomenal
in
research that you've been
Audra.
doing with your students.
It was just
So
unbelievable.
let's see, we'll just move ahead
how
here. Just to remind you of who we are, we're just a small suburban school district here outside of Detroit. We got a bunch of snow today, so we didn't have school, which was kind of fun. But the downside, of course, was how much we had to shovel. But anyways, our school is just over 1,200 students. I've got a picture there of our planetarium, and I'm hoping it didn't leak today because that snow we had was so wet and heavy, and we do have a small leak there. Our school is a little bit older. It's not as nice as some of the schools you guys have got, but we still try to do some pretty neat things with the kids there anyways. These are a couple of pictures of my students this year. In the project this year, we've got 4 classes of my AP kids that are working on different GLOBE protocols. We've tried to integrate all that we're doing in the GLOBE program with some of the activities that we do as part of the AP Science program. This year it's been kind of a stretch. We haven't had 4 classes of APES before, and so we're really stretching some of these students, but it's turned out to be a really good thing. Some students that I thought might not be able to do it have really prospered with the hands-on aspect of it, and especially with some of the globe protocols we've had a chance to do. So we're not rich by any means, but we are diverse and both culturally and every way you can imagine district. So I've got students who all come together to learn the city's watershed council. That's something that they've never allowed students to be a part of before. We've had a chance to attend meetings, but they saw that my students were so interested that they asked that a couple of them be able to be a part of that. So that's been a special, interesting thing now to have them have more of a say in some of the things that we're doing here in the suburbs. The other thing that they've been helping out with this year is our city got some money to put in some porous paving and a rain garden, and so they've been asked, some of my students have been asked to help maintain that. So that goes along with some watershed council things they've been doing. All throughout the year, we've been doing different protocols. We've done some of the soil, we've done the atmospheric and the hydrology, and one of the ones that we added this year, but we had to wait for a while to get started, was some of the surface temperature protocols. Last year it was so warm here in Michigan that it's been interesting to see the surface temperatures and some of the colder temperatures we've had. It's been a little bit harder to get some of the kids outside to do that, but they're pretty hardy, so we've been able to start that up.
So true, because
one of the other things that we try to do is we try to get the students involved in doing environmental service. And so we've got a pretty good relationship with the University of Michigan Dearborn Environmental Interpretive Center that's just a little bit away. Sometimes we can actually bike there from our school. So that's when stuck. And so they worked with college students to actually help clear up students are on the effects of the removal of this. And of course, we always do a cleanup in the fall and spring of the schools.
It makes you really appreciate
some of the kids who came together to do the school
just being able to
one of
big scarves on.
with our astronomy program, we've
And
got students
so,
who are
like, you got into a
interested in
particular
both
area,
the
and they would pull the
environment, but
scarf up
also
over their
interested
face,
in
and so
obviously
we realized,
things
it's
that
not
are
just for,
up and
looks
beyond our
that they have
atmosphere.
the
So
scarves that actually
we've been
they use
adopting
because
different
the pollution
blocks
is so
and
bad.
measuring some light
And then
pollution.
me
There's
and the
ways
kids,
that you
like, we
can
were
do it with
shopping
the
one
globe
day, and at 4
protocols that
o'clock
don't
during the day,
require to have these sky
actually
meters,
look
but
at the
the sky
sun
meters only
and
cost
not
about
even
$100
squint or
a piece, and
have
so we've got
sunglasses
some
on or
grant
anything
money
because
to
of
buy
the
a couple of
haze.
these, and so
It was just
we've been lending them out, and different. We're looking at the